2019 Toyota RAV4 and about to do a recovery on this one. And as you can see, this one got punched pretty good, but it's not leaking. And you can even see that the tube itself has been scraped, pushed in, and flattened out. It doesn't have that nice round curve to it. It's literally flattened and pushed out, but it is not leaking. Let's see if I can zero in. You can see how hard this was hit and the damage to the microchannel tube. You see that edge there, how the metal has actually been scuffed, pushed down, deformed, annealed. What is another galled is would be the word used to it, where you actually scraped metal off the surface, but yet it did not leak. So I already did refrigerant analyze. This is YF refrigerant, and we have supposedly 550 grams in there. I'm going to recover from the low side. I gotta keep explaining this. I gotta remember not to keep this out of my videos because it is very important. I forget to mention it in some of my videos. When doing a recovery, you must recover out of the low side and not the high side, especially if the high side is on the liquid line, or if the high and low side are on top of a compressor and the fittings right there. Be very careful, because you can pull out a lot of oil on a compressor when you have the service fittings right on top of the compressor, like some GMs. A lot of oil could be removed. So here I have opened up the low side, getting it ready. It's now going over, and this is the line going to the recovery unit. These are both open. High side is closed. We're reading both pressures. I'm about to open up the unit to the tank. Oh, I already have it open. That's why it was dropping, folks. Oh no, here we go. There. Now we're open. So now we should be pulling down, and there we go, right away. But if you read the other side, on the high side, I am down, yeah. It's barely moving. So I'm removing vapor out of the low side, and not until it pulls down to a certain point, you'll see it slowly start to drop, because now it can pull refrigerant through the expansion valve into the low side as a vapor. So the liquid is still in the liquid line right now, and the liquid is being pulled through the expansion device. It's being metered in there. It goes into the bottom of the evaporator, and it's flashing off into a vapor and being pulled up the suction side, your low pressure side, and then pulled away. If I were to take it directly off here, I would be pulling out a lot of oil, so you don't do that. And if you put your hand down here, this is getting nice and cold right now, because this line is filled with liquid, and I'm starting to lower the pressure on it, and it's only as cold as the pressure on it. So we're about 55 psi. We have dropped from 68 to 55, so we're in the 50 some degree range right now on this line. And the bottom of the condenser, remember the subcooling on these happens in like the bottom 4, 5, 6, 7, depends on the manufacturer of the condenser. And as you notice, with these much newer style, they've gone into another generation of high efficiency with the condensers, with ultra thin tubes. Actually, I'm gonna have to cut up one. I'm not sure. I don't think I ever cut one of these for the video where I sawed them in half, and I have to do a comparison of these new ultra thin parallel flow microchannel tubes, and so you could see how small they actually are. But right now this is all getting cool down here, as you've seen in some of my other videos. When I use an infrared camera, it'll be a warmer temperature up here, but right down here where all the liquid is, and the liquid comes out of the receiver dryer, this will all start turning blue in the infrared camera, and the line will start turning blue because it's all getting chilled down. Now I've dropped below the temperature to the ambient temperature, and I know my line is not 14 degrees Fahrenheit. It's not freezing up, so that means I have nothing more than vapor. So now I can open up the vapor. Let's put this in vapor mode too. I know I'm not going to get no liquid in there. And I can open up the liquid line. And if you look inside here, There's no liquid spilling over, removing oil and stuff like that, because there's only vapor, because I have went down below where this liquid could possibly still be there. And if you look at your PT charts and your saturation points, you will know that you can't possibly have liquid left in your line when determining by temperature and pressure. You're safe. And we're in the negatives on this, so we're getting down there fast. And then this is the 2020 Honda. Brand new condenser on this one. And I have it, I'm about to fill this one, and this is YF refrigerant. Pulling the vacuum, letting it get down there. Come on. It has a ways to go. So we'll wait and I'll come back on this one and fill it up. And that's it for now. I'll show you this one hopefully when I'm filling it up.